So my name is Ruby Free. I'm a rep for Surfers Against Sewage, and in my spare time I am a writer publishing a book all about nature and climate issues, and I am a surfer and also work in wildlife conservation. So Lough Neagh is one of the largest freshwater lakes in Europe and the largest in the UK and Ireland, and we should be able to use this incredibly large resource. That should be a fresh resource for all of us to use, but instead it's been this toxic pea sludgy soup this summer, and it's just been unusable, and that's pretty unacceptable. The worst part is that, like I say, it was all avoidable. So we know that from years and years of inaction, years of damaging environmental policies that incentivise intensive farming and allow sewage discharges to happen, whether it's raw sewage, sewage treatment, to be dumped into Lough Neagh. All of that nutrient overload has built up the phosphates and nitrates, which do a eutrophication process, amplify that process of the blue-green algae, cyanobacteria, being produced in the loch, which has turned the water toxic. So we all know, the science backs it up. The campaigners and scientists that have been banging on the door of DERA for years all know that this was all avoidable, which is why we as campaigners, as conservationists, as swimmers, as water users are so upset and angry, because this didn't have to happen. So I guess what we've seen this summer is not just that group of people I've just mentioned being concerned, but everybody, whether it's someone that literally just drinks water, or dog walkers, or surfers, or campaigners and conservationists. Everyone has been affected by this, because the loch, it impacts all of our lives. Even if you live 20, 30, 50 miles away, it will still reach you in some way. Over 40% of the population in Northern Ireland get drinking water from Lough Neagh, and we also know that over 200,000 tonnes of raw sewage is dumped into Lough Neagh every year by sewage treatment facilities like NI Water. And we also know that actually the largest percentage of the pollution, actually over 70%, comes from farmland agricultural pollution. So things like slurry and pesticides and fertilisers and all of that runoff which goes into the streams and rivers which lead to the loch. And we're just calling for this to end. It really has to stop, and not next year, not tomorrow, but right now, because things have really reached a breaking point.